So who you rooting for that's left?
I'm going Alex.
Yay!
I'm not sure what game Alex is playing.
No, everyone
but
should vote Krithy.
Yes.
Not that I'm biased.
Up until Julian got voted out, I was playing like a straight game. Like what I told y'all in the chat was what I knew. And then I started sort of being shadier.
Yeah. Was there anyone after that you like trusted or like felt like you had a slightly closer relationship with?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Absolutely not.
That's a scary game.
Final 5 of Zoom Survivor season 8. That's amazing. Incredible that you've made it this far. You should be very proud of yourself. We're going to move right along to our next challenge. Next challenge is going to be a little bit of a breath of fresh air. I hope so. It's going to be a little bit more creative. I am sending a link. This is to an online sketch pad that you can draw on. I would like you to draw a beautiful artistic drawing of our Lord and Savior, Jeff Probst. And once you are all done, I'm going to call a guest judge in, and you are going to display your drawing. We're going to have a gallery, and the judge is going to pick their favorite. They're going to be grading you on criteria again, out of 10. The first one is when the guest judge sees this drawing, does it say Jeff Probst? Will they recognize, wow, this is a Jeff Probst drawing? Second thing that they will be critiquing is your style. Do I like the aesthetic? Is it interesting? And then third, there must be some kind of animal in the drawing. And that's all up to you. Where Jeff Probst is, how he's positioned, what he's wearing is all up to you. Just keep in mind, the guest judge got to know who he's looking at.
Honestly, I'm a fan of how Meg's been playing. I mean, it sounds like she might not make it too much further, but I'm really impressed with her mix of like strategy and like winning challenges and using the block vote and whatnot. But that might be the reason she gets voted out.
Okay, Sky, also, were you the one leaking about the Rebecca? Okay, so it had to be Tim.
I think Rebecca.
It was Tim. I'm telling y'all, it was Tim the whole time.
Okay, but Rebecca said she didn't even know.
Really?
Yeah, like Rebecca was like, no, it was Meg. And we were like, Meg wasn't in on it. So someone had to be leaking to Meg that wasn't leaking to Rebecca, though?
Yes.
So that was Tim?
Fully
It had to have
Tim.
been Tim.
Fully Tim.
Like you didn't even say Kriti or Rebecca's name to anyone else.
I literally
I know, I believe you. I believe you.
Like,
We didn't really think it was you. We were like, whoa, it'd be crazy if it was Sky.
Yeah.
I was like, you're the only person I wouldn't be mad at if you leaked it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, if it weren't for like blood versus water, like we could have totally just gone in as a tight 6 and just annihilated them. But I feel like no one from our team like felt like we could do that.
All right, everyone, let's finish up our drawings. Please welcome Jaden, the winner of Zoom Survivor All-Stars. Hello, Jaden. Congratulations on winning Zoom Survivor All-Stars. How do you feel?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was an honor.
Awesome. Thank you for guest judging for our final 5 tonight. What I had asked them to do is to draw a depiction of none other than Jeff Probst. And I gave them 3 specific criteria that I would like you to grade each of their drawings on: realism, style, and then I told them to put an animal somewhere in the picture as well.
Are we looking for like letter grades or
No, it'll be out of 10. Thank you. Out of 10, 10 being the bestest and 1 being the worstest. All right, so we're gonna start with Megan. Megan, please, if you could show us your drawing.
So my artist statement, I figured that the most essential part of any Jeff Probst depiction is his iconic blue safari shirt. So I wanted that to be the centerpiece. Of course, that big toothy Jeff Probst smile that we all know and love. His little necklace that he always wears. That top button is unbuttoned on the shirt as well, as is natural for Jeff Probst. I decided to go pre-pandemic Jeff. So not the like grown out hair, but his, his usual hairdo. And finally, for the animal that I included here, we have Mark the chicken from Survivor Co. Wrong. That's my piece. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Megan and Jaden. All right, next up is Tim.
So here's my Jeff. I drew inspiration from his guest starring role. I think it was on like 2.5 Men or something like that. But we weren't watching the show. We were watching the body that was Jeff Probst. So, you see his iconic face dimple wrinkles, his beautiful eyes, his gross looking pizza, but hey, that's true to Survivor, right? It's known for having like nasty pizza. So I figured that was appropriate. And every little Jeff needs a companion. So I decided to give him a little monkeyina on his shoulder, just to play around with when, he gets lonely. So that's my guy. That's my Jeff. Beautiful, beautiful teeth, beautiful man. That's all I got for you.
Thank you, Tim, for that delicate depiction of Jeffrey Probst. Okay. Next up, we have Richie. Go ahead, Richie.
Okay. I actually went a similar route as my brother. I went for the topless Jeff Probst over here. He's got that gorgeous face, recognize that smile from a mile away. I personally think his eyes are green because he seems like the kind of guy who his eye color kind of changes depending on his mood, depending on the weather. Made sure to get the pink nipples in there, get that V in there. And I drew a pig, not for any reason, just because pigs are what I know how to draw. So get your mind out of the gutter. And yeah, I just wanted to emphasize he's a zaddy, and I chose the font Lobster because I think that Lobster embodies the zaddy attitude, the zaditude, if you will. So yeah, that's my drawing. I really hope you like it.
Excellent. Really beautiful, Richie. Really beautiful. Great work. Let's make sure the judge has time to really, really interrogate his own brain. Are you ready? Okay. Next up, we have Alex. Take it away, Alex.
Okay. Really crazy coincidence that you chose Lobster as your font, Richie. Here's my Jeff Probst. So, when I'm making any kind of artistic creation, I like to just sort of let the universe flow through me. And the universe was telling me lobster. And I realized now that I've done with it, lobster is kind of the ultimate survivor, because back in the day, in like medieval times, lobster was like a bottom crawler. People considered it like peasant food. And now lobster is heralded as this like kind of emblem of the upper class. And that's kind of what you got to do to win Survivor. He's a lobster. He's kind of scurrying away to snuff out someone's torch. And he's saying the tribe has spoken, which I think we all know. No one except Jeff can say that line. And E10, I guess, not to disrespect. So yeah, I think the work speaks for itself. Like, comment, subscribe, and that's all.
Thank you, Alex. That was very powerful. Very powerful. Like the middle of an anamorph. All right, Krithi, go ahead. Take it away.
Okay, so as you can see, this Jeff Probst is fully white. He is a white man, but also this is captured after Jeff has been surprised by a flurry of powder. He cares about his looks, his beauty. He powders his face. Well, that day he powdered his entire body. You can see him caring for this wounded owl. You can tell it's wounded because it's just kind of staring. Owls stare, but they're not supposed to just flop over. So that's how you know he's really tending to a wounded owl. When he's not aggressively yelling at players on Survivor, he is actually just like a very caring man. And he's also just gotten fillers. So that's why he doesn't have his wrinkles. But yeah, as you see, he's wearing his cargo shorts, his shirt with the many pockets. Yeah, that's him. You see him with a much kinder expression there than you ever see on Survivor, because he saves that energy for wounded animals.
And thank you, Krithi, for that really intimate look into Jeff Probst himself and how he reacts to the world. All right, Jaden, I'm sure your mind is racing. I'm sure, you're clenched as much as we are. Please send me your scores. Thank you very much. The scores are in, and we have a winner. With a score of 25 out of 30 points, the winner of this challenge with a guaranteed spot into the final four is Alex. Congratulations, Alex. Congratulations. You got a realism of 5. I think that's, generous. Style 10, agreed. Animal 10, agreed.
I want a fucking challenge. I want a challenge. I want a challenge. Oh, I'm so excited. I want a challenge. I have immunity. I'm going to the final four. I'm going to be on the final night. I've made it to every single tribal council. Oh my God, I feel so good. This is incredible. I'm in the final fucking four. The plan, according to Krithi and Tim, is to get Meg out. And I feel awful about it. Well, I feel fine about it.
I'm really glad Alex won that, because now I'm trying to move forward with Alex, especially after the last vote. I realized that I didn't really want to be on the bottom of this Barb situation. I think I gathered Alex and Tim, and hopefully we're going to get Meg out now and then go to 3 together, because I feel like that's the best chance I have at winning. And it does suck at this point to have to cut anyone, because like I said before, we've all become friends, but this is how it has to be.
I do not feel good right now. Alex just won immunity, and he was the one person that I did not want to win immunity. I really, really, really wanted to vote him out tonight. And I know that Alex and Krithi have been putting my name out there. Me, Richie, and Tim can band together to get Krithi out. But I am anticipating that I'm going to have 2 votes on me tonight. Made it to the final 5. So if this is it, that's it. But hopefully I can make it to the final 4 after this.
This is so tough right now. This is really like, I've said it before, like, oh, this is sad, but this is where I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm the swing vote. I don't want to get caught. I don't want to say that because that's like a kiss of death type of thing. But I can decide between Krithi and Meg who goes, because I have a final 3 with Tim and Meg, and then I have a final 3 with Alex and Krithi. Because Alex and Krithi were my OG 3 Cool Trees alliance from Malibu Barbies. But then once the merge started, I made that final 3 with Meg and Tim, and I've been playing this whole post merge with them too, and it'd be crazy for me to turn on them now. But Meg has played a phenomenal game, and I truly don't know what I'm going to do right now.
Ugh. I can't believe Alex won. I want Richie and I to get to the end together, and I feel more confident doing that with Meg in the final 4, but I feel more confident beating Krithi in the end than I do Meg. I don't like having to make this decision. It would have been easy if we just got Alex out, but alas, he drew a lobster with the Jeff Probst head, and here we are.
Alrighty, everybody. Please welcome back Parker, Rachel, Julian, Rebecca. First things first, Alex, congratulations on winning immunity, a guaranteed spot in the final 4. How does it feel?
It feels good. Very honored and grateful, and it feels good.
This is your first immunity of the game, no?
Yes, it is my first immunity. You know, we did a lot of losing the barbs, and then I did a lot of losing after that, and it feels good to have a win. So I'll take it.
For sure. Megan, Alex talks about all the losing that the Malibu Barbies did throughout the game. Do you think the losses is what brought the Malibu Barbies close together?
Absolutely, no question. Like the four of us that are left from the Barbs, like we would not have been as close had we not lost so many times. And I think it's a statement to all of us that all of the immunity wins so far have been from the Malibu Barbies.
Got you. Interesting. Tim, Megan talks about the four of them, very much excluding you. Last tribal, I said, is this just going to be an easy vote between Tim and Sky? And everybody was like, no, I don't know, maybe. And then it was, a vote between Tim and Sky. Is it just going to be Tim is the next member of the jury here?
I don't think so. But hey, anything could happen, but I don't think so.
It surprises me that you can say that with such confidence.
Well, I definitely am not like fully, like I would say like I'm survivor confident, if you will, and that like we're at the point in the game where like everybody's saying things to everybody and plans are being made and fake plans are being made and being told to tell fake plans to this person, that person. So like, you never know, but I just feel like it may be silly for the Barbs to not make a move at this point. That's all I'll say.
Got you. Krithi, do you think the Malibu Barbs are planning something? Is there a betrayal in the works, like Tim is saying?
I think it's hard to say because although I honestly have trusted these people the entire game, there have been moments where I have been left out of the vote. And even though I made it out, I do know that things aren't necessarily like super strict in this game because I've been thinking for so long that all these votes are straightforward, and then out of nowhere I realized that they're not. So I honestly don't really feel like I'm able to definitively make a decision, but I will say cutting through the BS is a lot harder when it's like the people that you've been solid with from the beginning, who despite everything have kept you in the game. And like that is worth something.
Sure. Richie, give us an update on the blood relationship here as the only person with a partner still in the game.
Update is nothing new. I mean, I guess Tim kind of being like, I'm not going anywhere. That definitely made me a little nervous. Okay, not what you said, sorry. But I don't know. I'm nervous and I feel like I trust the people I've been talking to. So to hear that Tim's not nervous, I'm like, well, then I should probably be nervous. Go ahead, Tim.
I'm nervous. Like I feel like I'm about to like bomb, to be clear. Like I'm very nervous, but then I have to touch base with my rational side and be like, okay, what is a plan that makes sense for everybody at this game at this point? And that's where my maybe perceived confidence is coming from, just to clarify. But I agree with what Richie said too.
Sure. Megan, a lot of this game is about perception. How much does the jury's presence change how you behave?
I don't know if it's changed much of how I behave, but it is something that I have become like much more keenly like aware of or like in tune to over the past like couple of challenges, because I'm now not just thinking about like I need to get immunity or like who am I voting out, but also like who am I putting on the jury and are they going to vote for me if I make it to the end? So it's like a much more complicated relationship than I think I was like originally thinking of it as.
Got you. All right. Unless anybody else has anything that they would like to say. If anybody has an advantage besides an idol they would like to play, now would be the time to do so. Okay. I'll pull you all one by one into the voting booth. We will see who becomes the 6th member of our jury. Can't vote for Alex. Good luck to you all.
It kills me to do this, but you have the best story of anyone. Everyone likes you. No one's pissed at you. I'm voting out Meg.
I'm voting Meg. This is the hardest thing I've had to do so far in this game. I really love and trust Meg, but frankly, Meg has the best story out of anyone in this game. I would definitely lose to her, and it's time to handle this now.
I'm voting for Chrissy.
This is the toughest vote I've had this whole season. I feel really genuinely bad. I don't like how I ended with this person, but it was necessary for, you know, the move that I need to make. I really like this person, and it like honestly makes me really upset to have to vote them out here.
This is getting so hard. Loved playing this game with you so much, and it breaks my heart that I'm writing your name down right now. You don't realize how hard this was. You've never done me dirty, and I'm so sorry that I'm doing you dirty.
All right, everyone. The votes are in. I will read the votes, but before I do, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now is the last tribal council you can do so. Okay. I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. All right, here we go. First vote, Krithi. Second vote, Megan. Third vote, Krithi. Fourth vote, Megan. 2 votes Megan, 2 votes Krithi, 1 vote left. The 6th member of our jury is Krithi. Krithi, I am so sorry.
It's
I need you to
okay.
leave the Zoom call.
I was blindsided by my alliance. I am surprised after the Rebecca vote out. I realized that I really wasn't in the loop with a lot of these things, kind of not getting the full picture from people who I've been allied with from day one. I tried to make a move and play with some agency, but I think I started on that frankly too late in the game. But I didn't want to be dragged to the end and have nothing to say to the jury besides well, I'm here because people took me here, but I actually don't even know how I got here. So yeah, that was my attempt to own my game. It failed, but ultimately I'm really happy for my Barbs. We'll see how this goes, but I know who I have in mind to win.